In January 2013, a group of students from the Center for Brand and Product Management headed to London and Madrid to experience what it's like to market and conduct business in a recession. Throughout this video, you're going to see a few of the things that we experienced and what we learned.
The Brand Center trip was a very special one for me, not only because I knew it was going to be full of excellent learning opportunities, but also because it was the first time for me back to the old continent in a business setting in 5 years. Top consumer packaged goods companies, tech companies, creative agencies opened their doors wide to us, which made this trip a supercharged 10-day-long applied learning session.
The first company that we got to visit was Kimberly-Clark in London. I thought it was a really great opportunity for us to kind of dig into a company and really figure out the key insights and hard decisions that were made in order to actually pull Huggies out of the European Union. Their honesty and openness really set a great tone for the rest of the trip.
One of the things that we learned at McGrady Bowen is that now the businesses are becoming more and more content creators. The materials created by the creatives has to be used in multiple ways, such as ads, online, interactive. So these materials are becoming more and more valuable.
While visiting Firefly in London, Cheryl did an excellent job talking to us about how to grow and maintain a brand during turbulent times, which is obviously what's happening in Europe right now. She had a few great insights. One is to maintain a consistent or even increase your level of advertising support. She pointed out that advertising costs tend to decline during economic downturns, so it's really a great time to get more bang for your buck. She also talked about executing our portfolio strategy and giving people a chance to obtain an affordable luxury and return to some semblance of normalcy in their lives during a tough economic time. So I thought it was a great opportunity to really talk through the consumer insights behind supporting a brand during an economic downturn, especially one as severe as what Europe is experiencing right now.
At P&G London and Madrid, we witnessed two very different kind of markets. The British, with a high concentration of trade, and the Iberia market that's very fragmented and has its own specific creature as a big challenge for brands called Mercadona. Organized by P&G, we did shop-alongs in both countries, where we learned about the coping strategies of consumers of both countries, the store promotional environment, as well as the importance of using the right value proposition.
While visiting Intuit in London, we had the opportunity to learn how the team there is using some of the methodologies that they've learned from the book, The Lean Startup. More specifically, how they're using experimentation to try to get results and feedback earlier and faster as they develop new businesses and new products. In fact, they gave us a copy of the book, which I've been able to read over the course of this semester and see how I can definitely apply those same principles to my internship this summer, hopefully, as well as my career going forward.
It was really interesting to meet with General Mills in London and hear about how they had taken advantage of the 2012 London Olympic Games for promotional opportunities with the brand Nature Valley. The brand is hugely successful in the United States, but has only recently been introduced in the UK, and they were able to work with a PR firm to bring in some brand ambassadors and do some interesting stuff with the Olympics that ultimately ended up driving great results for the business.
While at Procter & Gamble in Madrid, we had a very unique and interesting conversation, specifically about the retailer Mercadona. Mercadona is a huge player in that space that is rapidly growing, specifically because they have over 50% private label. This has created a unique environment for branded players to play in, and it's frankly very challenging. The main thing that we learned from it was the fact that differentiated products still have a place and a role even at a retailer like Mercadona. So even though they have a private label option, they do also offer some branded players. So if you can be that branded player, you can still be successful.
So another aha that I think was very important that we got as students there was understanding your value proposition and where you stand among your consumers. In Spain, we had an opportunity to talk to KC, and they had an issue where they tried to push the Scottex brand down to a low-tier premium toilet tissue brand, and consumers rejected that because they had a perception that Scottex was a very high-value brand. So what we learned was, based on this information and listening to consumers, Kimberly-Clark made a turnaround and are actually introducing a premium product by strengthening the value proposition to consumers, so that even though there is an economic downturn going on at this time, consumers, because of that value proposition and understanding it, will still purchase SkyTex at a very high price as far as it being a very premium brand.
To end our international trip, we had the opportunity to visit Trek Madrid. At Trek Madrid, we learned about managing a consistent, positive consumer experience, and Trek accomplishes this through their Trek University, where they bring in retailers and train them in how to manage their business and manage the consumer experience.
The opportunity just to go overseas and just see the differences between the United States and other countries and really get a very global perspective about how business is done is just an amazing opportunity.
The international trip was an amazing experience, and I just wanted to thank the board members for all the time, energy, and support that they put into it.
Thank you.
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 Io sono